Hey everybody, welcome back to Tim Travels. So I shot some video over the past couple of days. I'm just gonna throw it on here, and it's kind of self-explanatory. I narrate it, but just looking at some interesting mountains, and yeah, that's about it. Nothing too much to report. We're down here north of Sacramento. Got a delivery down by Bakersfield I'll get down there probably around 8 a.m., which is going to be an early delivery, but I'm in my window, so I'll get down there and get that delivered and hopefully find a decent load out of Southern Cal. And yeah, we'll go from there. So everybody be safe, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Oh yeah, and we're up to like 317 subscribers, so I really appreciate that. I really appreciate everybody's watching the channel and hanging out. So anyway, take care, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Tim Travels. B and I just made our O2, our first drop in Union Gap, Washington. And so what you're looking at here is, well, in the foreground, it's at this rest area I'm at, where they've had a little wildfire here. It actually extends down the hill in front of me. And then this in front of us is the Yakima Valley. And off in the distance there, that is Mount Adams. It's about 12,300 feet. And as I pan to the right here, it's going to come into view here in a second. You're going to see Mount Rainier. Now, Rainier is about 2,200 feet, 2,100 feet taller than Mount Adams. Rainier is like 14,400 feet, except it's a little farther away, I think. So that's why Adams looks a little taller. But yeah, pretty cool view from up here. We're right off of 82, and I'll give you a little better perspective here. Yeah, there's Mount Rainier, and we'll come back in a little bit. Hey everybody, welcome back to Tim Travels. It's your host Terry with Beatrice, kind of roaming around. So we're on US Highway 97, about 20 miles north of the town of Weed, California, which is the best California town name ever. And just stopped to show you something really cool. That is Mount Shasta. And what's cool about Shasta is this is like a legit active volcano. It rises over 14,000 feet, and just like and really, if you look, you see almost like two peaks there. That's because there are actually four lava chutes that have come up to the top. And at some point there was a huge landslide. And by the way, this whole complex, meaning this whole, what you're seeing in front of you, is about 593,000 years old. So, but it's still an active volcano. The USGS monitors it. In the past 4,500 years, it's erupted about once every 600 years. The last time it erupted was, I think around 1250, which is longer than 600 years ago, but I'm just using the geologic averages. But this is a big cone, and what you see there is a lot of power. And then around here, you also see some other hills and stuff. These are all volcanic, and they piled up over time. The smaller ones, like maybe this one, and I don't know if this is probably what is called a plug dome, which is just where lava came up through the ground and just created a giant pile of basalt. But the other thing that makes Shasta kind of dangerous is that there are some glaciers associated with it. And in the event that this mountain were to really blow its top, in addition to what they call a pyroclastic flow, which is giant molten rocks shooting out the top. You've seen that on Mount Etna or a lot of volcanoes. The glaciers would melt, and that pyroclastic flow would get mixed in with the water, and that would travel downhill and the geologic term for that is a lahar. It's L-A-H-A-R. That would travel down here where I am, or in whatever direction it was flowing, very rapidly. It would almost be like a mudslide. It would move, or combination avalanche, mudslide, tsunami of rock and steaming water. And a lahar moves pretty fast. In advance of that, there would be poisonous gases and stuff that would be, it would be like a wall of poisonous gas coming down. But anyway, I think it's kind of cool. I'm kind of a geek on this, for this kind of stuff. But we'll give you some other stuff here in a little bit. Okay, so right now I am in Williams, California, right off the 5 at Loves. And what you're looking at here, if you can see that smoke kind of over those short silver buildings, or short silver bins, I should say, not so between the elevators and the bigger bins. That's the smoke from the Dixie wildfire that's burned about 85,000 acres. And just to give you an idea, that fire is probably about 80 air miles away from me, and it's kind of to the east-northeast of Chico, California, and a little bit just northeast of Oroville, like 25 miles northeast of Oroville. But it's crazy how dry it is out here if you haven't been to California in a while. And even places that I saw, say 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, like bodies of water like Shasta Lake, must be 30 feet below its normal level. It's just insane how dry it is out here and how substantial the drought is. And this is one of the bigger fires that's currently burning in California, although it's smaller than that bootleg fire I was talking about yesterday that's up near it's mostly in Oregon. And then there's a fire to the south of this that I can't tell if I can see the smoke from. I mean, it might be this white cloud over here on the horizon. But that's the Tamarack. That might be the Tamarack fire that's now burned across the border with Nevada, just north of 80, where 80 and goes in. And their goal is to keep it west of US 395. If you're familiar with the Reno area, you might know where 395 goes north and south.